Hello? You guys hear me? Is it fucking breaking your eardrums? It's the Super Scuff stream. If you can't tell, I'm sitting in my dining room because I don't want to be in my office right now. Actually, I thought it was going to be more like this, but uh, yeah, it's better. Um, yeah, I had to change the microphone output, which means when I get everything back in my office, I'm gonna have to redo all of this again. I'm on just the webcam for the laptop. I'm on the basic laptop fucking microphone. So if it sounds shit and looks shit, you know why. Um, I'm watching the 100 Girlfriends who really. Hey, Nibs. Anyways, um, I mean, crash stream, whatever. I'm not gonna be mad. Um, holy shit! Like I can't get fucking. Either it's too fucking bright or it's not bright enough or hold on, actually. Oh, thanks. Okay, so um thank you, my dear. Um quick little recap. Quick little recap. So most of you know, went to Florida, did the whole thing, met my grandfather, went to Cocoa Beach, went to Disney. There's a lot of pictures. There we go. There's a lot of pictures in Discord under post cool things here. Um, but just in case any of you didn't happen to see them, um, hold on. This is one of my favorite pictures uh, from when we went out there. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's the whole group of us. That's Jay, Forrest, Niv, me, Chloe, and Kiefer. Um, that was us at the Atlanta, not the Atlanta, the Orlando Aquarium. Um, I'm not gonna try to do that again because it was fucking blinding. But had a super dope time in Florida. Um, really enjoyed Disney Hollywood. I didn't think I was going to. I didn't think I was going to be able to walk 10 hours. But here we are. If you can't tell, caught a little bit of color comparatively to what I was. Chloe now has a manatee friend. We have this app, Follow, FAHLO. You can go buy a bracelet kind of like this, only it has a not this one. This is from the PC Zoo for the red pandas. You do a red panda. This is the water park episode. Oh, it's the water park episode. He's watching. Okay. He's looking at feet. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Um, but wow, I can't tell if I look old or young. Chad, do I look old or do I look like I'm distracted? Yeah, by fucking feet. I know you are. Calm down, you fucking deviant. Um, I look like Finch. Oh, thanks, appreciate it. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Does that mean I look the same when I was 20 that I do now, which means I look like an old man? Um, got a new shirt, by the way. Bought this. Um, Hi, Rome. How you doing, brother? Um, we all look old. No, we all don't look old. God damn it! No, 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 no. We don't be in this we shit. I'm doing. So, a lot of you have heard about the recap of Florida and how it went pretty well. A lot of emotions, a lot of tears. Um, yeah, of course you do, Roman. But a lot of emotions, a lot of tears, um, a lot of reflectiveness. realizing that, especially like the past couple of months leading up to this, I've been super anxious about the trip and seeing my grandfather for the first time in 10 fucking years. Um, so it really was weighing on me, and I didn't realize just how much I was like projecting that anxiety and frustration and all that on you guys. Um, so going down there, I keep doing this because I keep noticing how long my fucking mustache is, and I look like I'm missing my top lip at the wrong angle, and I'm like, no, no, I have lips, please. Um, but um, oh, you're talking to okay. Um, but so I came to a realization that I think I was just like super anxious and like pent up a lot about stuff. Oh, Roman, thank you. Oh, water. I can't believe it's so loud. It's right there. So. You don't see it, but every time somebody subs to the channel, I headbang. So, um, uh, I missed my F. I also have an announcement about that too. I posted and tagged everyone in Discord. Um, but my grandfather surprised me with something that I wasn't expecting. Him and my grandmother had a conversation before she passed. God rest her soul. Um, and I'm not going to disclose how much money, but they decided on a sum of money that they were going to write me and cut a check for me. And I was not expecting it. Surprised you with something. um, so there's gonna be some stuff done around the house, of course. Um, I'm still selling my collection of magic cards, so I'm still gonna be making money off of that. But now, along with also some other people in the community, the process of building a better gaming PC slash streaming PC is going to be easier. Also, I don't mean for this to be a close up, but remember how we were trying to get Kyson something to game on? Mission accomplished. We got one. My grandfather bought that for his DJ business, and um, he never used it. He never touched it. It's an $800 or $900 fucking Chromebook that's just sat in his closet for 2 years. Um, it's not optimal. It's not. Well, maybe you should tell him to come in here, motherfucker. We can talk some shit together. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna use it for a little bit, not a lot, of course, to be a little like go between. Maybe test to be the second PC. Is gonna be. I didn't mean like now, sis. I meant like in general. Um, but yeah, the long and the short of it is, um, if Kyson comes up in October for the wedding, um, I'm gonna be giving that to Kyson. My grandfather gave it to me for free, and with the help and amazingness that is this community, um, I don't think I'm going to need that very long, if at all. So, um, that's the first thing we're going to do. We finally got to the goal of getting Kyson PC, so she can at least play some of the PC games we played together. He'll definitely be able to handle Minecraft, I fucking hope, and some of the other little dumb, silly games we play on community night. I am most likely going to be live tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday to make up for some of the time missed. And to make up for Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, which is what I was going to go stream, because boy, do I have a fucking story to tell y'all. Oh my God, do I have a story to tell? Some of you have already heard this, most of you probably haven't. Um, so that check that my grandfather cut me, right? We came back up to Virginia, and um, I went to go cash it earlier this week. We've been back since Thursday. But it wasn't a priority. Taking care of the house, getting grocery shopping done, all this other stuff, getting the house straightened up and whatnot. That was the issue, right? Like that was the depressing thing. And now I'm like, okay, cool. I have time. Let me go take care of this on Tuesday. Um, I go to the DMV to get my license updated and get it be a real ID. Um, I have the paperwork here. Um, and that took 45 minutes, an hour, which, if anybody knows anything about the DMV in America, that's usually a 5 hour fucking process. So the fact that I was able to get in and get out was insane. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna be able to get to the bank and get this cashed and then be able to go and do other things that I need to do, buy some stuff, get some stuff. The DMV sucks, exactly, but the DMV I went to was fucking amazing. I got to show off Cusco to them. Like, who does that? At the fucking DMV. Who does that? Who's like, oh, by the way, here's a picture of my dog. And not only the guy that was at the window with me, one of the ladies who was sitting next to him and a couple of his coworkers were passing by at the time. All of them like saw the picture of Cusco. They were like, oh, he's such a sweetheart. He's so adorable. He looks like a little cow. You know, all the normal stuff that comes with my adoring little shit of a son. Good now. Good. See if he shows up or if he's like, fuck you. Man. My adorable little cow son. He's like, okay, now I'm gonna go sit on no, he's going back in the bedroom. He said, it's about that time, Mom's going to bed. I gotta get my spot clean. Um, but the DMV took like 45 minutes, an hour, maybe an hour 15 tops. There were moments in time that I was in the DMV that there was no line. I was like, what fucking alternate timeline reality bullshit am I in that there's no line at the DMV? I was absolutely floored. So we'd go to Wells Fargo, and this is where 5.5 hours of my day on Tuesday got lost. Probably more than that, actually, thinking about it. So it was like 11:30, quarter till 12, some shit like that. Standing in line to get the check cashed. Go to the counter. Me and the teller having a fun little exchange. She's like, it's gonna be $10, guys. Like, oh no, $10 to cash the check. Oh, there's a Swablu in chat. If anybody wants to catch a little Swablu. So I'm not worried about it. I don't know that at this time my grandfather has his account flagged because a few months prior somebody tried to cash a check that wasn't him, that he didn't fucking know, in a state that he doesn't fucking live in. Like, I'm talking about like 7 hours away from where he lives in Florida, right? So like, cool, got it. I don't know this. The bank sees this and they're immediately like, you know, questioning red flags like, okay, why is this guy in Virginia when his grandfather lives in Florida, yada yada, like normal speculative bullshit you would imagine to come across, like getting a check cashed out of state. They don't know that I drove down there to deal with my grandmother and all of that and the ashes and my grandfather and whatnot, so they don't know. So they try to the branch manager tries to get a hold of my grandfather. They call once. It goes to voicemail. My grandfather always has his fucking phone on him. This is the one time he doesn't have his phone on him. It's the one time that he needs to have his phone on him. And it just death spirals. The branch manager at this point in time is convinced that I'm trying to scam my grandfather. He doesn't know it's my grandfather. He's hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth, but doesn't believe it. I call my grandfather, get him on the phone. He's like, he's telling me that he was in the garage, he didn't have his phone, tell him to call back. I flag the guys coming out of the back, and I'm like, hey, my grandfather. This dude snatches the check, my ID, and my social security card out of my hand and tells me, just stay away from the line. He sits in his office for 15 minutes with my check, my ID, and my social security card. And I'm standing there like at like attention, watching the entire time. Just, I'm looking at you. And he probably goes, he doesn't even say Mr. Owens, come here or anything. He just does this number. And I'm like, and the first thing he says is, so you said you drove from Florida to here. I was like, yeah, and my ID says where I live at, right? And he goes, how many Wells Fargos did you drive past on your trip here? And I was like, well, I mean, I just got my ID taken care of today, you can see, and we were on 95. It doesn't tell you where the banks are at on 95. Like, anybody who's taken a trip, anybody who's driven on a fucking interstate anywhere in America knows that they show you three things, maybe four. Food, gas, lodging, maybe camping. Three, possibly four things, right? They're not gonna ask me how many Wells Fargos did I drive past. You got that to me? Really? Okay. And he starts talking to me in a real condescending, shitty fucking tone. And at one point in time, I tell him, I'm like, sir, I don't appreciate that you're talking to me like I'm some sort of common criminal or a thief. And he's like, well, I'm the person that this has got to go past to get cashed. And if I don't say it gets cashed, it's not getting cashed. Long story short, this guy's treating me like I said, a criminal. Like I'm doing something wrong. And he says the stupidest thing he could have said. He says, the only way you're getting this check cashed is if you open an account and deposit it today. I've immediately in that moment realized he doesn't care about me cashing the check. He doesn't care about the check and my grandfather at all. He cares about the numbers and the statistics. Getting somebody to come into his bank and deposit a check that has at least 4 digits on it and make a new account makes him look good. It's about that time that he says this that my grandfather calls. My grandfather's on the other line. He's like, David, why haven't they called me back yet? And I'm like, oh, well, the branch manager says he's just refusing to do it. And he's like, what the hell do you mean he's refusing to do it? Just tell him I missed the call. I was in the garage. Get him the call back. He said he doesn't want to. He said he doesn't have to and he doesn't want to. We get all this conversation done, and I can see the look on the guy's face. And as you can tell, I'm digging in my wallet for something right now. If I can get it out of it sticks from time to time. Hold on, please. Well, come on, my friend. Oh, you're not going to come out, and you're going to make me look like a fool. Because I did this in front of the guy, and, like, his jaw fucking dropped. There we go. So, I get off the phone with the guy, and you know that look that people have on their face when they realize they said something stupid, but now they can't go back because he heard my grandfather. He wasn't on a speakerphone or anything, but you know how grandparents get. They yell like this because they think that you can't hear them on the phone. Right? I don't think anybody's going to argue that point. That's a valid fucking statement. So my grandfather's talking like that on the phone, and this guy on the other end, I'm looking at him the entire time. I'm just like, yeah, I understand. Yep, okay. And this guy, I look up at him, and I can just see he's doing this, like, he's going from, like, to, like, the sheer look of, like, oh, maybe I fucked up. I might have judged a book by its cover too fucking quickly. And to be fair, I'm in fucking black shorts and a black shirt and this fucking beanie. Like, I just look like a fucking dude. Like, so we get done with everything, and I ask him for my identification and my social security card back. and I pull this out of my wallet. I know it's old, it's grungy. It says Wachovia. Most of you don't even know what the fuck that means. This is the bank that bought out Central Fidelity. This was the bank that was bought by Wells Fargo. How do I, a non-customer of Wells Fargo, have this? I told the gentleman, I was like, well, sir, uh, there's a reason why I stopped banking with Wells Fargo after they bought this company. And I understand. And I reached out and I shook his hand. I was like, I understand. You're just doing your job. You're acting in the best interest of your customer and my grandfather, who's been a customer of this bank for 36 years. But I'll say it again. You didn't have to treat me like a common criminal. So I get done with that. Oh, excuse me. I also said before I left, I was gathering my stuff, and I said, I assume you're going to flag the check, flag my grandfather's account, and flag my name. And he's like, no, sir, I never said that. And that just cemented, like, okay, you don't give a fuck about my grandfather. You give a fuck about your logistics. You give a fuck about your numbers looking good. So now it's no longer even a Wells Fargo thing. It's just this one guy. Just the one guy. Just the branch manager. And I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to give them any sort of ammunition. And everybody else that I've dealt, the teller that was at the bank that day, she was amazing and had a great personality. The woman who stayed on the phone with me for an hour and some change yesterday, or the day before technically, she was amazing. The four other fucking people that I've talked to from the what is the name of this branch that they have that is dealing with this? Oh, please, let me look at my email real quick. Centralized Intake Executive Office Acknowledgement is the title from the branch that emailed me. So I'm assuming. But anyway, so I jumped through about 1 million hoops yesterday or the day before. I got home after my grandfather called and was like, "Hey, look, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna wire you the money through Walmart." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine, whatever." And he was like, "I should have just taken the money out and given it to you, but I didn't think you'd want to travel and be in Florida with all that money." I was like, "Yeah, you're fucking right. Yeah, no, please, thank you." I was like, when we were there, I had this thought after we left, which was I should have gotten you to put it in Chloe's name because she's with Navy Fed and she can just go in and deposit it in the bank, and then we can do with what we need there because it's who we're going to be dealing with anyways. Because I'd much rather trust Navy Fed than anything. And he was like, "Wait, do you want to just do that instead?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So, we're waiting on that to come up so we can deposit and whatnot. God bless my fucking grandfather for being understanding. In his old ways, in his old age, he's become wiser, kinder, and more understanding, which is something that happens with all of us. Yeah, it's getting sorted out, but the drama continues. So I spend the next 5 hours or so after this incident on Tuesday trying to contact Wells Fargo, I said Wachovia, at every turn I can. I even called their international number for customer service to try to get a hold of them. Couldn't do it. Finally figured out a way to get a hold of them on Twitter. Started messaging them. I would message them. Somebody would reply 30, 45 minutes later. I'd respond 5, 10 minutes later. Somebody would respond 30, 40 minutes later. The second to last message I got from Twitter was them telling me that it'd be about 2 business days before somebody contacted me. And And I was like, okay, you don't seem to understand how pressing of an issue this is. So I'm just going to call the Better Business Bureau. And the time it took me to Google, call the Better Business Bureau, get them to give me the number for the South Dakota branch of the Better Business Bureau, um, and have them agree with me that the whole scenario is completely screwed up and nobody should be basically bullying or strong arming me into opening an account. They replied with an 800 number and they said, call, say that you don't have an extension number, and you'll be put through to customer service. This is where I talked to a lady named Tamara, who was an absolute, just a beautiful person to talk to. She was super kind, understanding. She understood that I wasn't a customer, but I still was dealing with Wells Fargo. And in so doing that, still should never have been treated the way I was treated. The guys should have never raised his voice. He should have never had that tone. He should have never tried to have been a detective and figure out if I was the bad guy. All of this stuff, right? And she's hearing the things that I'm saying, and she's just like, if any of this is even remotely true. And I was like, well, you can check with my grandfather. He can at least tell you that he only got one call that day. That was it. And then later on, he called me while I was sitting in front of the branch manager, and he just refused to call. Just absolutely refused to call. Like, so there's another witness to this. And if my word doesn't mean anything, my grandfather, who's been a customer since this is Central Fidelity 36 years ago, his word should matter to you. Because he brings in more customers via word of mouth than this guy does. And this guy's hurting your business and your whole thing. I got done with that. Finished off dinner, which was some ribs and some corn, some baked potatoes, some asparagus. Really good dinner. But by the time all that got done, it was 7 o'clock at night on Tuesday, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna hang out. I'm burnt out. I'm angry. All it's gonna take is for one person to make a dumb comment that I'm not in the right headspace for, and I'm gonna go off like a fucking kid. So I decided to just not stream Tuesday, right? I was going to stream Wednesday. I was going to go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, catch up on some of the streams I missed. Oh no. Wells Fargo had had a whole another idea. I woke up to a phone call at 9:06 in the morning. Wells Fargo called. Somebody from the escalation team wanted to talk to me about this whole incident. 11:30, after I get off the phone with the first person, it's been a while, I start cleaning around the house. I'm like, okay, let me get some more cleaning done around the house. Phone call. Wells Fargo. This is now a supervisor to the person who's in charge of my case. They want to talk to me. Talk to them for a little while. Go into the bathroom. Start cleaning the bathroom after all this is done. By the way, Caterpie's in chat if anybody wants a Caterpie. Start cleaning the bathroom. Phone goes off again. Now it's an executive branch manager for their HR department. So this is gone from their like, we're handling, like we're here, right? Okay, we're down here, right? So this is them being like, okay, this is a concern, whatever. Then it goes up here. Then it goes up to here. The last call I got yesterday, before everything was said and done, I got called 4 times by Wells Fargo, was the district manager to the Hampton Roads area. Everybody and their brother has been like, what the fuck do you mean? He asked you, how many Wells Fargos did you pass from Florida to here? Every single time I started off with, that was the first thing he said, all 4 of these people basically had the same reaction of, the what do you mean? The lady who was handling it initially, she was like, I don't understand how that has any relevancy to you cashing a check at all. Like, what do you mean? How many Wells Fargos did you pass? So, needless to say, the past 48 hours have been me dealing with just Wells Fargo after Wells Fargo after Wells Fargo. And while it's not been the most stressful thing in the world. It's been very draining. And then today, Forrest and I spent a lot of time walking around the house, cooking up ideas for like a new sectional, paint, all this other stuff. Past the Wells Fargo. So yeah, it sounds annoying. Sis, you have no fucking idea. Also, what up, Max? But yeah, so needless to oh no, I got moved in. I got moved in, okay? Ah! Oh, what's this? Who's who's happy birthday? Um, ooh, Balance. Ooh, let's fucking go. Balance closed the deal on a 5 bed, 4.5 bath on a huge chunk of land. That's fucking sick, dude. That's unbelievably awesome. Um, I'm poor now. Well, if you need me to pay for shipping for any of the shit that you're sending me, you just let me know. I got you. Um, oh, speaking of which, me and you need to talk not on stream, of course, about all of that, the logistics of it and whatnot. Because if you're seriously thinking of sending me all that stuff, except for like the two things you said that I'm gonna have to worry about myself, um, that's gonna open up the door to me doing a lot more shit around the house. Like this shitty ass white wall here is not gonna be painted this. In fact, this whole corner here, because I'm sitting at the end of the dining room table. Um, I'm gonna get a new dining room table. It's gonna be smaller. I'm gonna move this big clunky ass dining room table back into my office. So now it's gonna be like a gaming room kind of deal. And then this corner is gonna get turned into like Chloe's little like cozy corner. So you can have a desk and laptop and all that stuff. And then we can have the living room and get a projector set up on that wall over there, and we're gonna do some stuff. I actually hung up a painting that I got from my grandfather because it was one of the things. He was like, if you don't take it, it's just gonna get donated and thrown away. And I really like it. Nobody's standing in the window behind me because the foundation's like 3 feet off the ground. So if they were standing, they would have to be here with their head. And there's no way you're seeing anybody standing behind me with my big back ass sitting here. So nice try. Um, okay, Liz. Um, just waiting for my someone. I understand, but I mean, like, if you need help covering shipping and handling, dude, I don't care. You're saving me so much grief and so much pain in my ass and so much money by giving me your pre-used fucking PC shit. Like, someone gets still. You're also not standing there because there's shit in front of that window. So like you'd have a hard time standing there, but I digress. Um, so yeah, like it's been a weird fucking week. It's been a weird 2 weeks technically. Um, it's been very emotionally jarring. It's also been very settling. Like I said, I've really like I like going to Florida of all places. Of all fucking places, Florida helped me clear my head. I don't understand how that works, but been a whole weird month. So much has been happening all over the place. Yeah, like it's been a weird few months, honestly. But like especially more for me. Like there's been a lot of like tension and angst and like anxiety and like bro, I haven't seen my grandfather in like 10, 11 fucking years. And I knew I was going down there to visit him because the woman who raised me, whether she did the best job or whether she did a terrible job or she did the best that she could, she passed away. And she passed away months before Chloe and I were going to go down there had seen her for her 80. Like it was literally a month and some change before she turned 80. So, um, so it was a lot of things that had been repressed, a lot of things that had been um hadn't been dealt with. That's kind of like got compartmentalized and put in the back. That I didn't really like think about or try to think about until we got there, and then like it all just like hit me like fucking like a fucking tidal wave. No fucking uh sorry to anyone who knows anyone that might have been affected by the earthquake and tidal wave. Dude, my grandma, who's there? um, and there's some other stuff that like um Possum Possum has been around with some other shit involving my grandmother recently happened. Um, Possum and Joe both actually were there. Um, that like put some weird perspective on shit too. Uh, no, dude, you're good. I mean, it's still on topic of family being fucked, um, and a death in the family of somebody. Um, but it was weird also, like seeing my grandfather look at me with like a look of pride and happiness. Like I'm gonna try to keep myself from being as super emotional and crying and weepy and shit as I can. But like I grew up with that man, and like he was always in my ass. Like they were both in my ass. They wanted me to be the best that I could be. They wanted me to do better and strive better than the not great life that they had. Um, and um, I think after my grandmother died, it put a lot of things in perspective. That like my grandfather was like he understood a little more. Like he understood just how much that affected the psyche. Um, Maybe he doesn't understand fully, but he knows that it was not the best thing. And he of course has like a lot of regrets. Um, but he genuinely looked happy to see me, and he genuinely seemed proud. Like, Chloe's a gorgeous fucking woman. Like, I paid for the vast majority of the trip. Dear, like 90% of what was spent down there was my money, right? So, minus like what Kiefer spent, and Chloe bought some shit for herself, and some little knickknacks and doodads and whatnot. For the most part, like the hotel, the gas, most of the food, like yes, of course you're gorgeous. What do you mean, gorgeous? Question mark. Come here. You here, please. Um, but yeah, like it's just it was weird, and I still don't know how to deal with it fully. My beautiful wife, gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Oh, love it. It's not like I see Atlas, you can't say that because you're gonna trigger Kiefer. Kiefer's gonna come in here and be like, "What do you mean, your man?" And then I gotta fight like five fucking dudes and my wife. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I know you win that. That's not the point. You know, Chloe says that I have a lot of boyfriends, and I don't like. I'm trying not to agree with that. And then people say shit like that, and I'm like, maybe I do have a lot of boyfriends that I don't understand. Well, thank God. Thank God you approve of one when I have none. Um, but yeah, so it was a time. It was a good time, but it was a weird time. Like, and I don't know how to like quantify or like fully explain everything and how I feel about a lot of it. Except for in the grand scheme of things, it was a very positive thing, and it was something that definitely needed to happen. And like I said, it was weird that like in the grand scheme of things, like Florida is where like I found like some sort of like zen and centering to myself. Very weird. Yeah. The wedding's still in October. Um, Possum and Tyson are trying to figure out ways to get from Atlanta to here. I think Possum found a plane ticket for like 160. Like initially, he was looking at one for like 98 $98 round trip. And I was like, look for one that's maybe later in the afternoon, so we don't have to worry about getting up at like 5 in the morning. But the airport's 5 minutes or 10 minutes that way. So like it's not like we can't make a run early in the morning to get Possum on the plane. Um, and it's the same thing for fucking Kyson. Like if I gotta spend a little money so Kyson and Possum, if I gotta spend $100 to get them plane tickets round trip so they can get up here, cool. I don't care. Like also, that leads me to the last thing I want to talk about. Um, chat, chat. If you're in lurker mode, you you might want to come out of lurker mode for this one. I've gotten closer to the screen and closer to my microphone for a reason. So if you are in lurker mode, you might want to disengage from lurker mode so you can listen clearly. Um, so I can't afford it. I'm trying to save for my graduation. Yeah, you're fine. Not a big deal. It's not like I'm not going to stream this to Discord anyways, so those that can't come can still be here. Also, if anybody wants to get like if somebody can get a hold of Bleak or anybody like that or wants to pass the message along or whatever, I'm sure Bleak wouldn't take part in this anyways. Just because of the type of person he is. Um, but I'm gonna make this more prevalently known. But he was on Warframe right now. Um, Sis, we can figure it out. Like worst come to worst, you just bring the kids. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. Like we'll just make sure we lock the house down a little bit. It's all right. I don't mind my niece and my nephews being here for my wedding. Like, and I'm sure Chloe doesn't mind either. Um, they demand treats. We'll figure that out. But anyway, so with that being said, I tagged everyone in Discord to let everyone know this, but I'm again announcing this on stream. That way, this can be clipped and made sure that I'm reminded of it. Um, I'm going to finally be able to do something more than just like shitty weapons giveaways on Fallout 76 or like dumb like in-game giveaways, something like that. I'm going to be giving away $135 in Amazon gift cards. Third place is going to get $10. Second place is going to get 25, and first place is going to get 100. Um, this is going to be relegated to people that have been a part of the community for a minimum of 9 months, a bare minimum. Because while I appreciate anyone new to the community, I appreciate it's turned off because the ASCII's fucking broken. Fair enough, Boundless. And honest to God, like if you, I understand now more than ever, like it's going to be difficult. But if you want to bring the wife and kids, dog, like bring them. It's fine. Fuck, I don't mind. I'm out. I don't mind meeting the better half. But yeah, and they're also welcome. And that's true. They could play with my niece and my nephews, and then we won't have a house to live in anymore. Um, but I genuinely wanted to do something out of the out of the out of all of this. It's coming from something negative, which is death, of course. I want to do something positive, and I want to do something to thank all of you. Like through thick and through thin, through hell and high water, through my mental and emotional instabilities, through me worrying about the wrong shit and worrying about fucking just the dumb shit that doesn't matter. Um, you guys have been here through thick and through thin. Um, I don't know how many people are in here right now. I can presume 15, probably. Um, but if it wasn't for the community, if it wasn't for all of you who are here right now, for those of you that show up later and hang out in Discord, for especially for people like Claddy and Allie and fucking Roman and like the people that have been fucking here for an astronomically long time. To people like my wife and my mother who've been nothing but supportive. To the people like Joe that just come in and fucking sub bomb and they're like, okay, I'm fucking out. Like to all the lurkers, to the people that are new to the channel, like I want to say thank you, but I really wanted to say thank you in a way that was just for the people that have really been here. And I know in the grand scheme of things, a monetary thank you is just nothing but a symbol, but it's my way of finally being able to do something for you guys that doesn't feel very cheap and very like um very half-assed. Because like I said, you all have been here through thick and through thin. A lot of you have had to deal with a lot of bad attitudes, a lot of bad moments, a lot of shit that you didn't have anything to deal with. So I wanted to say thank you to you guys. In some way, shape, or form, that's not just me sitting here and talking to a fucking laptop and going, gee, thanks guys, I appreciate you so much. Like, somebody wins $100 fucking dollars, that's a lot. Like, fuck, that could be groceries for a fucking week, or at least part of groceries for a week. And you can order groceries on Amazon. So, like, have I been there? Am I on head yet? I don't know. Exclamation point dick size. You tell me. And that is going to be a prerequisite. Is anytime anybody enters the giveaway, their followage is going to be checked. And like I said, if it doesn't pass 9 months, then oh, I didn't change it. Roman did. Again, thank Roman for that. Well, seeing as though I've been streaming for roughly 7 years, Phoenix, I would assume so. Also, doing this stream today and being in Just Chatting kind of makes me realize that, like, I should probably have a face camera on more often. Not because I'm pretty or anything, but, like, I understand I'm pretty to you, and thank you, my love. But because of how animated my face can be and how it really, like, helps things along. And even though you can't see it because of the camera angle, some of those numbers could be 69. Why are we dick sizing? Hi, Ed. Because oh no, like the webcam I have in the back for like I said, I'm not in my office right now. I'm in the dining room table. Like, dining room table. I am not at my office right now. The webcam I have is a Logitech, and it's like $100 fucking dollars. I could get some better filters to put on it. Maybe it's a little boundless. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, and also like that conversation that I had with Ghost before we left kind of has been rattling around in my head too. Like, I do want to turn this into something, and again, this is just going to be a public omission for something that most of you have already heard me say. I do want to turn this into something into more than just like casual streaming. Like I don't want to be the next fucking Kai Cenat or the next fucking Queso, because that's too fucking much for me. Like I could never want that. I want this to be something where like the people who have been here for 7 fucking years can still enjoy it. No, I do not. Um, I think we talked about this the other night. I don't have any of the killing floors, although I understand the premise and I do enjoy the premise of the game. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to get on tonight to say thank you to you guys, to let you know where I've been at. It was a week in Florida, which was super fun. Don't do a 12-hour straight drive. I do not recommend it. It is fucking terrible. I drove 13 hours on that Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, dear? My love. Was it Wednesday or Thursday we drove up? Wednesday. Yeah. Um, it was um it was fucking terrible driving for 12 hours, 13 hours straight. Steve could have told you not to do. Yeah, I fucking wish somebody would have. I should have just spent the $80 on a fucking hotel, and just left Tuesday night. But I was like, nah, fuck it. Forrest wants to spend more time with Niv, and this gives us a day to decompress and relax and drive, and we can rotate drivers and no, no, not happening. Um, not fun. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys, let you know where I've been at, what's been going on, and how things have been going. Um, and to let you guys know that I would have been on sooner this week, but Wells Fargo decided that they wanted to. Well, no, I shouldn't say Wells Fargo, because, like I said, except for the one guy at the branch that I went to, um, it's been, those people have been amazing. Like all the people that I've had to deal um, with this whole incident at the branch that I went to, have been so nice and so easy to deal with. So I've genuinely like not had a bad, minus the one guy. Um, I don't wish any ill will on him, but I do hope that something is done to address the situation, and it be more than just like a slap on the fucking wrist. Um, but I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Um, yeah, but y'all are rotating drivers, right, Max? So like it's not gonna be as bad. Make sure you get out like every 2 to 3 hours. To like, don't do what I didn't do. Get out every 2 to 3 hours. Stretch. Go. Could you stop winding your fucking body in a goddamn kitchen? Stop it. Forrest is in here being a fucking deviant in the kitchen. Forrest out here fucking flexing and winding their fucking body for their fucking lover in Florida, which is part of the reason we drove 13 hours on Wednesday. Yeah, you heard me. The reason you're winding your fucking body in the kitchen. You couldn't say goodbye to Niv. You fucking co-ass, my co-ass. People in chat say hi, by the way.
Okay, there you go.
Hi, Possum.
Hi.
My way, chat. Oh, it's over here. There it is. You see that adorable little icon? Look at that. Look at that little guy down there. Look at the little guy. Look at him. Look at the little guy. But in short, thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything. There will be more announcements in the future. I'm not just gonna go live one day and be like, "Oh, we're gonna do the giveaway today." Oh, Ed, you're short by like 5 months. Sad. Imagine being white and short by 5. I said, imagine being white and short by 5. Yeah, short by 5.
That's mean.
You don't get this reference? Okay, alright, never mind. I'm showing my fucking age, clearly. Goddamn Zoomers over here don't understand what a little dick means. This is, yeah. She asked me for 3 inches, so I gave it to her 6 times. That's about right. Hi, Phoenix. But again, I just wanted to tell you guys what's been going on. Give you guys a quick check-in and check-up. We're gonna be doing, I hope, it more and better. If Boundless is really gonna be the savior of the fucking channel, then after I get some shit done in the house, I would do the initial giveaway. Who knows? Maybe we do more fucking giveaways. Maybe there's a little bit more money saved. Maybe we start doing some more stuff. Maybe I actually spend more time and figuring out how to get this shit done and do it properly. Maybe I actually force my sister to sit down and show me how to use fucking editing software properly. Maybe now that all the stress and anxiety is done and passing, I have ads. Sorry, brother. I tried to dismiss them, but Twitch is going to get their money whether or not I run ads. It's normally why we run a 3-minute ad break every hour, but I'm trying to wrap it up so I don't have to deal with that. But in short, y'all take care. Mad love. Thank you so much. Who do we want to raid off to? Because I don't want to just... I'd never just want to end and like it always that is the one thing that I will say that I will always want to do is I will always want to raid off to somebody. It just doesn't feel right not going and hanging out. You know what? I haven't gotten to do this yet. So we're gonna do this. Just because I've been enjoying Homeboy's streams and a lot of the stuff that he's been doing. Plus his name is fucking Happy Gilmore. So we're gonna go raid Happy Gilmore. He's playing 76, something that you guys are used to seeing me play. It's Foshot, apparently. Didn't know that. Glad I came back during this festive time of the year. So y'all go over there. If you got the emotes, spam the fucking emotes. If you don't, spam some fucking emotes you got. Go show Happy some love. Gilmore's a really chill dude. I can't remember if it's Scottish or Irish. Oh, that's bad. Dallas, which one is it? Anyways, not bad. Y'all figure it out. Okay, y'all have a good night. Take care. I'll catch y'all tomorrow with the actual setup and everything. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna play. We're gonna play something. And then community night, Saturday, 7 o'clock. Be there, motherfuckers. I want to start playing more games on stream with you silly bitches. Until then, mad love. Take care. I'll catch y'all the next time.